Why do all my daughter's friends stop coming over? My daughter is a senior in high school and hasn't had a friend over in 8 months, and I finally found out why. Helen used to have friends over constantly. Study groups, movie nights, sleepovers every weekend. Then one day her best friend Adriana stopped coming over. When I asked Helen about it, she just shrugged. We're not really friends anymore. She wouldn't say why. I ran into Adriana's mom at the grocery store a few weeks later. I asked if the girls had a falling out. She gave me an odd look. Adriana just said she doesn't feel comfortable at your house anymore. I figured Helen would know why. I asked Helen that night. She looked confused. I have no idea. She just stopped texting me back. The next friend was Mackenzie. She'd been coming over for group study sessions for AP chemistry. Bubbly, outgoing, always joking with my husband Andrew about sports. Then she stopped showing up. Helen said Mackenzie switched study groups. She said she focuses better at the library. When I mentioned it to Andrew, he shrugged. Teenagers are dramatic. She probably got offended by something small. Then Jada. 2 visits, then nothing. Helen said she didn't know why. Then Taylor. This one hurt because they'd been close since freshman year. Taylor's mom actually called me. I don't know what happened, but Taylor refuses to come to your house anymore. She won't tell me why, but she got really upset when I pushed. I asked Andrew if he'd noticed anything strange. He shrugged again. Maybe Helen's going through a phase. Girls that age can be moody. Brianna was the most confident of all Helen's friends. Senior class president, headed to Georgetown. She came over exactly once to work on a presentation with Helen. Never came back. When I asked why, Helen's face went tight. She's just busy with college stuff, Mom. Can you stop asking about my friends? But I couldn't stop. I started paying attention to when the friendships ended. It was always after they'd been to our house at least once. Always after Andrew had been home. I asked Helen directly one night, did your dad ever say anything weird to your friends? She went pale. Why would you ask that? Helen, please. I need to know. She stared at the floor for a long time. I don't know. Maybe. Brianna said he was a lot. I didn't really know what she meant. What does he talk to them about? I don't know, Mom. Just stuff. He asks them questions. About school. About their lives. Can we please drop it? I didn't drop it. That night, I ordered a small camera online and hid it in the living room bookshelf behind our family photos. I didn't tell Andrew. The next week, Helen mentioned a new friend from her economics class named Olivia. She wants to come over Saturday to study. I told her that sounded great. On Saturday, I made sure both girls were settled in the living room before I left to run errands. Andrew was in his office. I told them I'd be back in a couple hours. 45 minutes later, I got a motion notification on my phone. I pulled into a parking lot and opened the app. Andrew walked into the living room. Olivia was sitting alone on the couch. Helen must have gone to the bathroom. He sat down next to her. Too close. So, Olivia, Helen says you just turned 18 last month. Yeah, last one of your friends, huh? You look older than 18. That's a compliment, by the way. You should take it. She shifted away from him slightly. He moved closer. You're very pretty. I'm sure the boys at school tell you that all the time. Do you have a boyfriend? I should probably go find Helen. She'll be back in a minute. Relax. I'm just making conversation. He put his hand on her knee. She froze. You don't have to be nervous around me. I'm one of the good ones. Ask anyone. I watched Olivia's face through the screen. The tight smile. The way her eyes darted toward the hallway. The way she didn't know how to leave without making it weird. The same expression Adriana must have had. And Mackenzie. And Jada. And Taylor. And Brianna. I called a divorce lawyer that night and sent her the footage. Andrew was served papers the following week. 4 of the girls have agreed to testify.